What if I told you that most leaders are playing the wrong game entirely? What if the secret to sustainable success isn't about winning, but about staying in the game? Today, we're exploring Simon Sinek's groundbreaking book, The Infinite Game, and how it revolutionizes the way we think about business and leadership. Let me tell you about Sarah, a tech startup founder who made a decision that seemed insane to everyone around her. Her company was dominating the market. Revenue was exploding, investors were throwing money at her, and competitors were scrambling to catch up. Then she did something that made her board question her sanity. She gave away their most valuable technology for free, open source. Her investors were furious. "You just destroyed our competitive advantage," they screamed. But Sarah understood something they didn't. She was playing a different game entirely. 3 years later, while her former competitors had burned through cash trying to keep up, Sarah's company had become the backbone of an entire industry. By giving away the technology, she had created an ecosystem where everyone succeeded, and her company sat at the center of it all. The difference? Sarah understood the infinite game. Simon Sinek teaches us there are two types of games in business and life. Finite games have known players, fixed rules, and a clear endpoint. Someone wins, someone loses. Game over. Infinite games have known and unknown players, changeable rules, and one objective: to keep playing. Most leaders play finite games. They focus on beating the competition, maximizing quarterly profits, and winning at all costs. But the most successful leaders, they play infinite games. They focus on outlasting the competition, building sustainable value, and advancing a cause bigger than themselves. Sinek identifies 5 essential practices for infinite game leaders. Practice 1, just cause. Infinite leaders don't just have a mission, they have a just cause, a vision so compelling that people will sacrifice to advance it. Not, we want to be number one, but we exist to change how the world works. Your just cause should be specific enough to guide decisions, yet broad enough to inspire generations. Practice 2, trusting teams. Finite leaders build high-performing teams. Infinite leaders build trusting teams. There's a massive difference. Performance is about results. Trust is about relationship. When people trust each other and trust leadership, they take risks, innovate, and protect each other's backs. That's how you build something that lasts. Practice 3, worthy rivals. Here's where it gets counterintuitive. Infinite leaders don't try to beat their competition. They learn from worthy rivals. A worthy rival is someone who challenges you to get better, who reveals your weaknesses, who pushes you to evolve. Instead of asking, how do we beat them? Ask, what can we learn from them? How are they making us better? Practice 4, existential flexibility. This is the courage to make extreme strategic shifts to advance your just cause. It's not about changing your why. It's about changing your how when circumstances demand it. Netflix went from DVDs to streaming. Amazon went from books to everything. They stayed true to their cause while being flexible with their strategy. Practice 5, courage to lead. Infinite leadership requires moral courage. The courage to do what's right, not what's profitable. The courage to take care of people, not just shareholders. The courage to invest in the future, not just this quarter. So how do you start playing the infinite game? First, define your just cause. What's the change you want to see in the world? Write it down. Make it bigger than profit. Second, evaluate your relationships. Are you building trusting teams or just high-performing teams? Trust first, performance follows. Third, identify your worthy rivals. Who in your industry challenges you to be better? Study them. Learn from them. Thank them. Fourth, practice existential flexibility. What assumptions about your business model might need to change? What sacred cows might need to be challenged? Fifth, develop courage to lead. What's the right thing to do that you've been avoiding because it's difficult? Let me tell you about Marcus, a manufacturing executive who was obsessed with destroying his biggest rival. Every strategy meeting focused on stealing market share. Every product launch was designed to undercut their pricing. His team worked nights and weekends analyzing competitor moves. Then we introduced him to the concept of worthy rivals. Instead of trying to crush his competition, what if he learned from them? Marcus discovered his rival had revolutionized their supply chain in ways that actually benefited the entire industry. Instead of copying them, he reached out. They began sharing best practices that helped both companies serve customers better. The result? Both companies grew. The entire industry elevated. Marcus realized that his obsession with beating the competition had been holding him back from the real opportunity, advancing the field itself. By treating his competitor as a worthy rival instead of an enemy, Marcus transformed not just his company, but his entire approach to leadership. Here's the truth about infinite leadership. It's not about being the best. It's about being better tomorrow than you are today. It's not about winning. It's about contributing to something bigger than yourself. The leaders who build companies that last, who create cultures that inspire, who make changes that matter, they're all playing the infinite game. Your challenge this week: shift your perspective. Instead of asking, how do we win? Start asking, how do we keep playing? How do we get better? How do we contribute? That's today's episode of Deliberate Leaders. Remember, the goal isn't to win the game. The goal is to keep playing. Until next time, keep leading with intention and keep playing the infinite game.